It's Friday, October 11th, 2024. Welcome to episode 124 of the Alameda Postcast, an audio service of the Alameda Post. I'm your host, Scott Peeler. In this edition of the Postcast, charges are dropped for two of the officers in the Mario Gonzalez case. Prosecutors and police unions unite behind the Pamela Price recall effort, and Measure 36 looks to reinstate some felony laws. Your chance to meet the candidates for Alameda Unified School Board. In the wake of Alameda Pride, a new drop-in center for LGBTQ+ teens. Foz looks to empty the shelter, and you can take advantage of a guided tour of the Alameda Museum. These stories and more on this episode of the Alameda Postcast. Our top story. On Monday, October 7th, Alameda Superior Court Judge Scott Patton, citing improper prosecutorial paperwork and a timing technicality, dismissed charges against two of the three Alameda police officers charged with the involuntary manslaughter of Mario Gonzalez. This means Cameron Leahy and James Fisher no longer face allegations that they were criminally responsible for Gonzalez's death on April 18, 2021, and will likely be allowed to return to work. The reason? While the documents charging the officers were filed properly, the filing of the arrest warrants was outside of the required timeline. An additional technicality has kept the charges against Officer Eric McKinley intact. Why? His statute of limitations was extended because for part of the 3-year period he was out of the country performing missionary work in South Africa. Patton, who served as an Alameda County Deputy District Attorney for 22 years before being elected to the bench, was critical of the DA's office, saying the delayed filing of charges, quote, put the prosecution of this case in jeopardy, end quote. He called the filing, quote, rushed and careless, end quote. The district attorney's office said in a statement, quote, it is unfortunate that all three defendants will not be held accountable for their alleged roles in the death of Mario Gonzalez. It is important to note that the court's decision was not made based on any lack of merit. Our prosecutors will proceed to file an amended complaint against Officer McKinley, end quote. Find the story at alamedapost.com/news. The DA's office is in the news for another reason. The recall effort to remove DA Pamela Price from office has reached the November 5th ballot. If you've received your ballot, you'll find that measure at the top of Card B directly before the City Council candidates. It's a simple yes or no vote should Price be recalled. Some groups that will definitely be voting yes: police unions. Last Saturday, police unions representing every city in Alameda County unanimously endorsed Price's recall at a news conference. They were joined by the county's sheriffs and deputy sheriffs. Alameda and Oakland Police contributed $10,000 each to the recall effort, with the Alameda County Prosecutors Association adding $40,000. The campaign is being organized by the group Save Alameda for Everyone. Price, who has not yet commented on the press conference, was elected in 2022 with 53% of the vote. Her platform was based on reforming the criminal justice system, including banning special circumstance allegations and sentencing enhancements, and prosecuting corrupt police. Her supporters argue that her policies are necessary to reform a broken criminal justice system. Find the full story at alamedapost.com/news. There is another ballot proposition related to crime and punishment, Measure 36, the final item on the ballot. It would put felony charges back into place for certain thefts under $950 in value if the defendant has 2 prior theft or drug convictions. You've probably received your official California voter guide by now. You'll find the pros and cons of every measure laid out in both summary and detailed form. If you have not received it, it's available from the Secretary of State online. Head to voterguide.sos.ca.gov. Staying with the election, after the cancellation of our proposed candidates forum with those vying for seats on the Alameda Unified School Board, we have a make update. In concert with the League of Women Voters, you'll have a chance to get to know the candidates this Monday, October 14th, via Zoom from 7 to 8 p.m. Registration is required. You can find that link in Amanda Laird's latest All Around Alameda column at alamedapost.com/features. Quick note, in episode 122, I told you about our newest animal control officer, Emily Crum, who joined Elena Inesco this past month. Got a chance to meet Officer Crum this week as I was trying to reunite a wayward pooch with her people. The reunion was apparently a success. Again, welcome to Alameda, Officer Crum. We're fortunate to have you and Officer Inesco looking out for our furry friends. Another type of enforcement just ramped up. AC Transit is now issuing tickets for vehicles stopped or parked illegally at bus stops. How is this being done? In the most 2024 way imaginable, with the help of AI. AC Transit has equipped 100 buses with 2 small forward-facing cameras mounted on the front windshield to detect potential parking violations in bus zones. The cameras use AI technology to monitor bus stops for potential violations. When a violation is suspected, the system produces an evidence package, which includes a 10-second video of the violation, a photo of the license plate, and the time and location of the incident. Thankfully, it's not up to the AI to issue a citation. The evidence package is forwarded to human law enforcement personnel, who then decide if a ticket is warranted. If the answer is yes, a citation is issued to the registered vehicle owner. In August, AC Transit started issuing warnings. As of this week, the fines are real, $110 per offense. There are some safety and privacy protections in place in the new system. For example, the cameras do not record anything inside the bus, and if no violation is seen, the images will be destroyed within 15 days. Additionally, the AI contains no facial recognition or other biometric capabilities. So get to know the system and save yourself one very expensive parking space. Find the story at alamedapost.com/news. Last weekend's heat wave may have kept the number of attendees down a bit, but the third annual Alameda Pride celebration was a success, attracting attendees from as far away as Sacramento. Music, performances, food, and more. Speakers included Mayor Marilyn Ezzy Ashcraft, California Attorney General Rob Bonta, Assemblymember Mia Bonta, and Senator Nancy Skinner. On a personal note, I enjoyed some excellent barbecue and really got my retro on with the music of Flock of Seagirls. It's like the 80s never ended. Along with all the fun, an estimated $10,000 was raised by the Alameda Pride Foundation. The majority of that money will be used to help fund staffing and physical materials needed for the new LGBTQ+ Teen Center here in Alameda. More on that in a moment. For a detailed look at the events of Pride, including photographs and attendee interviews, see Vicki Nguyen's article at alamedapost.com/features. Today, Friday, October 11th, is National Coming Out Day. So what better day to open an LGBTQ+ center for area teens? The Alameda Veterans Building, where ARPD currently operates the Underground Teen Center, will be host to a teen-focused LGBTQ drop-in center on the second Friday of each month. The center is a combined effort of Alameda Pride, in collaboration with Alameda County Board of Supervisors District 3, Alameda Collaborative for Children, Youth, and Their Families, and Alameda Recreation and Parks Department. The center will be open from 6 p.m. to 7:30 for grades 6 through 8 and 7:30 to 9 for grades 9 through 12. Staff will be on hand to supervise and lead activities. Why the center? LGBTQ+ teens can face many challenges, whether at home, in school, or in the community. Correspondingly, their rate of attempted suicide can be as high as 12%. Alameda Pride founder Jeremy Andehusen wanted to make an impact on the community by bettering the lives of Alameda's youth. Quote, "Providing resources for queer youth, their families, and allies is so important in creating confidence and acceptance. I didn't have this where I grew up, so it sometimes felt lonely, which can lead to traumatic experiences with unwelcome consequences." End quote. Get the full story behind the creation of the center with Adam Gillett's article at alamedapost.com/news. If you're looking for a furry friend, this weekend might be the best time to make it happen. Friends of the Alameda Animal Shelter holding a free adoption event this Saturday from noon until 4 at the Fortman Way Shelter. All adult dogs and cats available to adopt for free. Puppies and kittens are only $50, and for kittens, you can get 2 for the price of 1. Details at alamedapost.com/features. Our walking history tours are done for the season, but you can still spend some time with Dennis Evanosky this Saturday at 2:30. Join him at the Alameda Museum for a 30-minute guided tour. The event is free. As always, Amanda Laird's weekly all-around Alameda column has curated a list of things to do this weekend with a theme of sweet heat relief now that temperatures have returned to something resembling normal. In addition to the previously mentioned School Board Candidates Forum, you'll find a sensory-friendly showing of Kung Fu Panda 4, a chance for kids of all ages to get up close and personal with some big trucks, a literary festival, and the opening of the Food Bank Players production of King Lear. alamedapost.com/features. More events at 94501.info. Celebrate the high holidays at Temple Israel Friday and Saturday. Learn to blend your own teas and pair them with chocolates and cheeses at Sips Global Teas in the Alameda Marketplace, Sunday from 2 until 4. Sunday night, Rhythmix Cultural Works presents In the Spirit of Lennon, an intimate acoustic celebration of the life and music of John Lennon with Drew Harrison. Again, 94501.info. Thank you again for your support of local news for Alameda. Find us on all the usual social media outlets. Plus, don't forget to subscribe to our channel on Apple News. Find the Postcast wherever it is that you get your podcast, or simply tell your smart device to play the Alameda Postcast podcast. I'm Scott Peeler. I'll be back next Friday with episode 125 of the Alameda Postcast.